With the bikes that we make today, we're already the #1 seller of motorcycles to young adults, #1 seller of motorcycles to African Americans and Hispanics, as well as women and Caucasian men. So that's with our existing product portfolio, and it's quite diverse, as you know. We don't make sport bikes. That's not part of our heritage. But what we do make is really attractive to those folks.
You mentioned that you're selling more bikes to young adults, to African Americans, to Hispanics. I noticed that a lot more minorities are getting into biking in general. Is that a big growth area for you? It
is. If you look at, let's say, Caucasian men as an example, the traditional baby boomer, as they might call it, there's this misperception that they're going away. We looked at the census data, and the census data would tell you that Caucasian men 35 to 74 are 50 million strong today. They're 50 million strong in 2020. They're 50 million strong in 2030. And about the same in 2040, so they're not going away.
And they're finally allowed to buy bikes, right? The wife no longer says no.
This is the point. The strength that we've always had with that type of customer looks to be there for a long time. And then, of course, there's all kinds of other populations that are coming along with that and growing even faster. So African Americans, Hispanics, obviously women and young adults, generation of Gen Y and millennials. And so the percentage of the population will be stronger, and then that's why we're so happy about growing with them.
It's not just about advertising so much.
Right.
It's more of a word-of-mouth kind of thing. It's such a community event, such a community sport that people are more into sort of social networking, even without talking about Facebook.
There you go. You totally nailed it, which is what we say all the time, is that we were the original social network. So when we started Harley Owners Group in 1983, there was no internet. People weren't, talking on Facebook, but they were socially networking on the road, out in the real world, doing real things and having fun doing it.
Also, right?
It is.
Harley Owners Group.
That is a little intentional, I have to say. So Hog is just a manifestation of the kinds of things that have been going on in our whole 110-year history. People have always come together in social groups to ride together and do fun things and then talk to each other. And as they say, the best form of advertising is word of mouth. Well, that hasn't stopped being true just because we have all these new digital forms of communication. We're just enhancing them now because we have more means of having more people talk in real time. But the fundamental truth, the human connection, has always been there, will always be there, and that's what we're most focused on.
Is there a way to get women more involved in the sport? Because I'm sure most bikers would appreciate that, and also it would be, I'm sure, a growth area. But I personally know at least 100 guys who ride bikes, and I know maybe 2 or 3 women who own them.
Yeah, well, that ratio is not quite what we see, but so you need to maybe go meet some more women. That might be something that you need to work on.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But what ratio are you seeing? Like how many?
Well, if you look at our ride, we have a training program called Rider's Edge, which is we train about 30,000, 35,000 new riders every year. About 30% of them are women. So there's a great desire for women to want to learn how to ride. Now, they don't all decide that they go through the training. They may not decide to get their license, but there's a real strong and increasing trend for women to get into the sport and increasingly choose Harley Davidson. More than 50% of the women who buy motorcycles buy Harleys.
Okay, with us right now, Matt Miller himself. Matt, I got to say, I think the company's facing an uphill battle here. You made the point you don't know a lot of women that ride.
That's right.
I don't know many women, including myself, that would want to ride.
With regards to marketing their products to women, I would guess they are also facing an uphill battle. I mean, to put it bluntly, women don't typically like to do this stuff, at least those that I know.
Right, well,
but I hope
right?
they're able
that's
to
one of the big things when women are looking to buy cars. They're very interested in the safety. It's not like you think safety when you think Harley Davidson.
No, it's the opposite. But with regards to their sales, they are not facing an uphill battle. They're doing tremendously well. The recovery's been incredible in both sales and profit since the huge drop in 2008, 2009.